Hey everyone, this is Mike with episode 50. Can you believe 50? Getting everyone moving, Palms of Pines Parasports. And I have a really great show. This is like amazing. We have a wheelchair basketball star who is just gonna lead the world one day. Her name's Adrina. And I have her wonderful sister, Mia, who's also here. So welcome, you guys. Okay. So, Adrina, you go by this nickname, Itty Bitty Beast Mode. I mean, why is that your nickname?
Well, everybody underestimates me because of my size and my age. And I got it from a song that me and my dad listened to all the time. And it just had the word beast mode in it. And one day we just came up with that name.
Okay, can you sing a few bars of that song, please?
Let's see. I don't really remember it too well.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's by Kyle.
By Kyle. Okay, I'll find it later and I'll listen to it. And Mia, so do you participate with your sister and play some wheelchair basketball at all, or do other kinds of sports?
Yeah, first got started. That was something I used to do, but now it's just all her.
It's all her. Well, how do you support your sister, Mia?
I help her work out. I need to help her stay strong and stay fit for her future as a future Paralympian.
She's not going to be a Paralympian this year? I thought you were doing it this year.
I wish.
Yeah, no, soon enough.
But I'm aiming for Paris, so.
That is terrific. So, Itty Bitty Beast Mode, how did you, I mean, when did you get started with wheelchair basketball? How old were you?
I was around, I think I was 10, and I started by one of my sisters. Her teammate's dad actually played for the Tucson Lobos at the time, and he introduced me to it. And ever since then, I just loved it.
Who was that? The guy that plays for Tucson Lobos?
His name was Brandon Itty.
Yeah, of course. I know Brandon because I used to live in Tucson too. He's a painter now. He does some amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. And how do you feel, Adrina, when you're out on the court? How does that make you feel to be able to play?
It just makes me feel that I'm unstoppable, and I could just really be myself on the court without anything getting in my way.
Do you feel like there's anything that you can't do or that you wouldn't do?
No, I don't think so.
And are you playing any other sports at this point?
I have tried tennis and golfing, and I do jiu-jitsu, which really helps with my legs and my core.
Okay. And you know a bunch of the Paralympians, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're always calling them out, Rose Hollerman was saying. Is that true? Do you?
The first time I met her, actually, I told her I was coming for her spot. So that was fun.
And you have your own Twitter account, right?
No.
Oh, you don't? Oh, I thought
Instagram.
Instagram. Okay. What can I say? You know, I'm an old guy. They're all the same to me. So what kinds of stuff do you do on your Instagram account?
I do workout videos. I do things about my spina bifida. I do a whole bunch of things. I just do activities with my sister. Anything really.
How have your parents helped you? I mean, have they ever said to you, "Hey, no, you can't do that"?
No, not really. They help me by driving me wherever I need, for basketball and whatever else I want to try, and they'll encourage me to try other things and go out of my comfort zone.
Hey, so Mia, I want to ask you a few questions. Okay, so you're living with a sister who uses a sport chair, uses a wheelchair at times. What do you say to people, about your sister, about people with disability? How do you tell people that, it doesn't matter that you use a sport chair?
They're just like us. It's just a difference that they need a little bit more help with stuff, but I don't see why people should look at them different because of certain things.
Yeah, that's really good. Um, do you think that people with disability are looked at differently? Do you see that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of a chair or other things. And that's what made our workout account Staring is Caring. Six Squad Fit.
So, so tell us more about that. What do you do?
So basically, we do all types of workouts. We do able body workouts, and for her, we just adapt them a little bit more so that people with disabilities can do them.
So give an example of like a workout that you would do.
So like when I do squats, we have this pool noodle that she puts around my waist in case I fall, or I can do step ups when she holds my hand and I can keep balance that way.
Yeah, that's really terrific. So are a number of people watching the workouts or participating? Do you know?
Yes,
Kind
kind
of.
of.
Yeah.
Kind of, but you're going to build it up, I'm sure, which is great.
Yeah.
Mia, so are you in high school yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, so you're going into ninth grade, is it?
Yes.
Okay. So, given your work, I mean, with your sister and all that, what have you started to think about a career at all in terms of, what you'd like to do?
I really want to do something that involves like fitness. So I just want to help her in the future
Yeah, and it
and
could,
with just active training.
yeah, that's great. That is so good. So, Itty Bitty, you talked about, so you're talking about Paris then?
Yes,
So that's in what, 2024, is it?
yes,
Okay, so you'll be no, how old will you be?
15,
You'll be 50.
around 15.
So so what does it take, to become a Paralympian? What do you feel that you have to do? And how is your sister helping you to achieve that?
I feel like it's just a lot of dedication and just wanting to do it. And my sister helps me with that by pushing me every day, even if I don't want to. She'll keep saying, like, it's not for today, it's for tomorrow. So do things that will impact you in the future.
So what does that mean, pushing you? Are you working out like 20 minutes a day, or are you working out 2 hours or 5 hours a day? What does that mean?
So for working out, we usually work out around 4 times a week. And then we go to jujitsu sometimes. And that really helps.
So
And then I go shooting.
how much how long do you shoot in an average day, would you say?
Um, Probably about 1 hour.
So every day you're actually going out and shooting for 1 hour. What,
Yes, mostly just practice my form.
well, what would you say, so I work with youth and I work with adults, but for people just kind of starting maybe in wheelchair basketball, I mean, what do they have to do? What are the most important skills as you see them?
Most important skills are just probably teamwork, mostly just working on like communication and like chair skills and just working on like your techniques of pushing and shooting, whatever fits best to you.
Okay. And you have to be dedicated, right? You have this goal of playing in 2024. Hopefully you'll play in LA in 2028, and then I can see you because I
Yeah.
live in California, of course. Um, but it's going to take you really have to want something, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. And so a couple more questions then, or a number of more questions. Um, so I'm assuming that you want to go to college one day, right? I mean, both of you, right?
Yes.
So Mia, for you, have you thought about which college you want to go to, where you can really learn your skills at all? Have you started checking them out yet?
I haven't yet.
Okay. But you do want to go to college, and that's really important, isn't it? It's about,
Yeah, and I really want to go to the military.
and you'd like to go in the military. Why do you want to go in the military?
Because when my parents were discussing this with me, that military kind of benefits with college, that they'll help pay for it.
True.
And there's more options with it too.
Okay, that's good. And itty bitty beast mode. So, there's a local college, of course, where you live. But, one of the things that I've found in the US is there are some colleges that offer, wheelchair basketball, but there aren't a lot. So your choices are somewhat
Yeah.
limited. But do you want to play at the collegiate level one day?
Yes, I would love to do that.
Yeah, and you probably will. And, you'll be a star, of course. That's great. And what's there, Adrina, what's there on your shirt? Performax?
It's perfect. Yeah.
So are they helping you in some way?
Yes.
How are they helping you?
So they gave me my chair, and they just really been helping me throughout everything. They they help me go to camps and equipment and all the kinds of things I need to be the athlete I want to be.
That is really great. So I would think that, obviously you'll go to college, you'll play in the Paralympics, you'll be playing in Europe, I'm sure. But have you thought about what kind of career do you want to have? Have you thought about that at all?
I actually have. I would probably want to go into like some sort of coding because I really like computer stuff and that kind of thing.
So do you do a lot of e-games now, or?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I really like math, and I just think that that would probably be the best option for me.
So, Adrina, when you say that you like math, and I don't, Mia, do you like math too?
No.
No, okay, that's okay. So, a lot of females probably think more like Mia, right? It's, math isn't the thing. So, Adrina, the fact that you are this tremendous athlete already, you're if you're not an elite athlete already, obviously you will be, and you like math too, I think is really important, because, as we recently saw with the NCAA and, Final Four, there was a big difference between the men and the women. The men got this great workout room, the women didn't. The men have great food and the women don't, although that's being corrected. So, both of you, right? You're going to be you're very strong youth, and you'll be very strong women too, right? And why do you think that's important for girls that are younger than you guys?
We need more representation for women in general. There's not many people.
And we need more equality with things like not just men can do it, women can too.
Yeah, and I think that's something that you both will keep in mind, right? And really make a difference. Because I have a feeling that a lot of younger girls are going to be looking up to the two of you at some point. So let me ask you another
Thank you.
question. Yeah, you're welcome. Nope, you're welcome. How how do you think, our society, thinking about the United States, maybe
Yeah.
Tucson's a little bit different because there are a lot of people with disability who live in Tucson and there's lots of opportunity. But how do you think that we can make our society more inclusive? That is, really include people with disability. Go ahead, Mia. Do you have some thoughts? It's a tough question, but I ask everyone, either one of you, what do you think we can do? Go ahead, Adrina.
Think that we should start treating people with disabilities rather if it's visible or not. I think we should stop looking at them different. Like they're humans just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Mia, do you have any thoughts about that? Things we can do, maybe.
We should definitely normalize it. I mean, we did go to San Francisco. There weren't many accessible things for her. It's kind of hard just to push her uphill to get to things.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I lived in India and Nepal for 7 years. And when I came back, I thought the United States would be perfect. Everything would be accessible, but it wasn't really the case. So I think, for both of you, I mean, you'll be advocates, or you are advocates, right? To help change things.
Mhm.
If Adrina, if there was something that you could change, right? Anything, what would it be? Or maybe there's nothing you want to change, but yeah.
I think something I want to change is just like more accessibility to people in wheelchairs and just more events about it, not so that way just people in wheelchairs or people who are disabled are just outcasts.
That's a good point. How about you, Mia?
I just basically think that we need more equality towards things, and that certain people shouldn't be treated this way and so on. But
Yeah, that's very, you've mentioned, Mia, you've mentioned equality a lot during our interview, and I'm really impressed that, as you're 14, that you really think along those lines. I think that's terrific. And I think you're a great role model for your sister, I think it's really good. And of course it comes from your parents, your mom and dad, I know really care a lot about the two of you, which is great. So we're getting towards the end of our interview. I'm wondering if there's a final word, that you'd like to tell the listening audience. Just anything that you'd like to say. Itty Bitty Beast Mode, you want to start?
One thing I want to say is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're in a wheelchair or if you're just what people say as a normal person. You are still human and you should be treated like one.
yeah.
And how about you, Mia?
I think I'd have to say, going off of what Adrina did say, I think we just need to treat people like just how you want to be treated, and just all around.
Yeah. Well, you both are terrific young women, and obviously we all look forward to seeing more of the two of you, wherever it is. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank
you
you
for having us.
Welcome.